What's going on, guys? Culprit here, and today we're going to talk about the most recent patch, the Naval Strike Weapons patch. I'm going to just call it that because we just got the patch last week that unlocked the weapons, did some stuff to the kill cam and things, and some balancing, as we know. And I think we're going to get another patch with the Naval Strike map, so I'll call that the map patch or whatever. I hope we do anyway. But today what I wanted to talk about is some conspiracy theories. I wanted to have a little fun with this. I've sat down several times, quite honestly, and wanted to kind of do an impressions video on this patch or a review on this patch. And truth is, I don't know how to do it without banging my head against the desk and just repeating the same mantras I've said about every other patch. It's they fixed something here, they broke more there, they totally changed something nobody was asking for here. It's just, I'm tired of trumpeting that horn. I'm tired of beating that dead horse. I will get into it, but I want to play more with the patch itself so I can kind of get more into the nuts and bolts and not just an overall impression, because the overall impression it's the same it's been for every change they've done to this game. Some good, some bad, some ugly. I just wish, I was talking to Chalk One, a buddy of mine, after a podcast, he's like, I just wish they would do a patch, no matter how small it is, and not break other things too. And that's where I'm at too. I wish they would just fix something and just fix something. But we'll get into that in another video. Today I wanted to kind of just talk about two things that, as much as I want to shrug off and laugh at and just have a good chuckle about, I can't shake them. And some of it I think is kind of on target, and it makes you think a little bit. And, you know, it's not just a DICE issue, it's kind of gaming in general. So let's just talk about that. We know that with this patch, the weapons became unlockable on PC. It's PC only as far as I understand, as much as I can confirm it, and it is only available to premium members. So there is a paywall there, right? I mean, you have to be on PC, which I don't know why that is. That might be a technology thing, or just easier to switch on and off. But there's definitely a paywall there with premium. So my question is this. Is this a mistake? Like, is this an oops? I think they did it with close quarters when they first did this. The weapons accidentally unlocked 2 weeks early, and everybody was laughing at DICE and going, you messed that up too, but I'm happy I get to play with new weapons. I'd argue it's not a mistake, guys. This is purely calculated. This is done intentionally. And the reason for this is it's incentive to get you to buy premium. If you're on PC and you don't have premium, you can't use these weapons yet. You can play the game, and you're getting owned by the AWS right now. You're getting killed by the AR160. You're getting one shot by the AW40 or whatever the pistol is called. And you better believe that is enticing to a person that doesn't have premium to go, you know what? I want to pay to win too. That gun is pretty damn good. I want to use it. Why can't I use it? Coupled by the fact that assignment is pretty darn easy. The two for the AR160 is super easy, and the one for the AWS is pretty easy too. I don't have a lot of experience with the other weapons. Those are the two I have the most experience with. So I would argue with you that this is very intentional by DICE. This is actually pretty smart by DICE, and they're kind of hiding it by, oops, this is just kind of how it works for us. These weapons accidentally get unlocked a little bit early. It's our mistake, but you guys have fun. Well, then why is it only premium? They lock it behind there, and to me, it's clearly incentive for other people that haven't yet to buy premium. It's pay to win in essence, right? I mean, they release these weapons that are very good weapons right now. Like the AWS, I'm not going to call it OP, and I'm going to get into these weapons on their own in individual videos. I'm hesitant to review them right now because I do feel like they're going to change with the Naval Strike map patch. So I'm kind of like up in the air whether I'm actually going to review them before or if I'm just going to hold off and wait. Probably going to depend on how much I end up using them. But nonetheless, they release these weapons that are very, very good weapons. Like, remember the MTAR with, was it China Rising? That weapon was clearly unbalanced to the more powerful, because they've gone back and they've nerfed it a little bit, or rebalanced it. I don't like the buffing and nerf words, so balancing is what I'll say. Right now, the AWS is a very, very strong weapon. I won't really go ahead and say it's OP yet. I want to play with it a lot more. But it's clearly a very strong weapon, and they're doing this. They're putting these great weapons out there, going, here, guys, have fun. Go and kill people with these. By going around with AWS and killing people, you're marketing for EA and DICE's premium program. That's what it comes down to, and it comes to be a borderline pay to win. They then balance them later when they become public for everybody, and they make them more in line with what they should be. Look at the MTAR. MTAR got released early, super powerful weapon, had too much damage long range than it should. They left it alone until the next patch, which was when it opened for the public, and they curbed it back and they made it more in line with everything. So there you go, it's a carrot. Hey guys, you want to play with this super kind of unbalanced weapon that's really powerful and it helps your KD? Well, you got to buy premium. So it's just something to throw out there. I'm not really a huge conspiracy theorist myself, but it's fun to talk about these things sometimes. Just kind of scratch your head and think about it. I mean, this clearly to me, I think this is pretty obvious that this is, if nothing else, they're not trying to fix this. They're just like, you know what? We didn't maybe intend this, but there's beneficial things going on for us here. So we're just going to keep doing it, and that's how they've been doing it on PC. So it's kind of interesting to think about, and I'm curious, like, have any of you actually went ahead and maybe you were holding off on premium, and maybe for a weapon like the MTAR or right now with the AWS, does that ever push you over the edge to go, you know what, I'm just going to get premium right now so I can play with these? Now, the counter argument to this, of course, like I mentioned, is that this is PC only. I don't know if that's a tech thing or if it's just, you know, that would be how you argue against this. You know, if this was clearly a marketing program, you would do this on all platforms. I just don't know if it's actually, you know, a technological thing they can do. I know that the systems work quite differently, but, you know, that's just a little food for thought for you guys. Now, the second kind of conspiracy theory I wanted to talk about today was the broken kill cams. Now, we were talking last night, and I was on Scanner Barkley's podcast last night, Capmologen. I hope I said that right. With Chalk One and Mantis and Germ Gaming. And we were talking about this off air after the podcast about how, you know, like they broke the kill cams so badly. And why did you break the kill cams? How did you break the kill? You weren't supposed to be touching the kill cams. Why are they so broken? And basically we all kind of said at the same time, we're not sure it's a mistake. And let me tell you why. Because the kill cams are so broken right now. I mean, you're showing up on the kill cams that you got killed by a teammate medic when you got caught on fire, or a guy completely across the map, or wrong weapon. They're just totally broken, totally useless. You cannot derive any real information from that on how you died, frankly. And our kind of conspiracy theory here is that that's on purpose. This is almost like a criminal covering their tracks. This is going, listen guys, we cannot fix the netcode, so let's just foobar the whole kill cam so people can't even realize when they're getting killed around corners. Like you can't tell that guy just shot you around the corner because he was 20 yards out and he's behind cover himself. And you normally be like, there's no way that guy got me. I was covered from him. You can't tell that anymore because it's showing you a guy 175 yards away with a mortar that's killing you in a tunnel. You know, like it makes no sense. So it's almost like they're covering their tracks. They're just blowing up the kill cam so that we can't tell when bad netcode is killing us. So then we can't complain about the netcode because we know they haven't fixed that yet. And they haven't, you know, they've said they're working on it and all this BS blog post they made, but nothing is really improved. I mean, it's incrementally very little, I think, here and there, and it's kind of a server side, you know, it's a server sensitive issue. If you're on a good server, sometimes it feels better. If you're not, it's not. But overall, they haven't fixed netcode. They haven't fixed, you know, the one-hit kills and things. So this almost feels like they're smudging it up a little bit, like they did. If you remember back a couple patches ago, they put in that weird kill animation where when you died, it like made this really terrible, you know, death animation. And it just really was terrible, frankly. And it was clear that that was an effort to cover up the one-hit kill bug. They couldn't fix the one-hit kill bug, so they were trying to cover it up with some kill cam stuff going on. And it almost has that feeling again now, where they're just kind of fudging it over. They're smudging, they're smearing the glass so you can't see actually what's going on. I can't complain about the shitty netcode if I don't know what the heck just actually killed me. So, I don't know. Again, this is one of those things where I hesitate to say it's all calculated, but man, if you start connecting the dots, it really can make you scratch your head and wonder. And we're so far into the game now that if they could have fixed these things, they would have fixed these things. Instead, we get different things being tinkered with, things where we haven't asked for, and things that have there's no reason for them to be tinkering with the kill cam. Why is the kill cam absolutely broken? So, I mean, only time will tell now on this one. You know, are they going to fix this kill cam, or are they just going to kind of throw their hands up? Because at some point, guys, they're going to walk away. We know DICE Stockholm is basically walking away from Battlefield 4 now. They're moving on to Battlefront and probably Mirror's Edge or what have you. So we're going to see DICE LA focusing in on here. So at some point, it's going to become monetarily not, you know, feasible for them to continue to support this game. And they're kind of going to keep telling you next patch, next patch, and next patch. But then they're just going to walk away. And it's got to be a drop-dead date, basically. So I want to see more progress. Obviously, I think we're going to get a patch with the Naval Strike map drop. What's that, the 18th? Hopefully that patch is going to fix a lot of things. We've seen some hinting at maybe some netcode testing on private or you know, specific servers and things. So hopefully we'll see something. I don't buy an ounce of truth into that blog post they made about upping the tick rate or anything. You can't just up the tick rate. You can't just turn the dial up like it's based on a stereo. It doesn't work that way. But, you know, hopefully we'll see some, you know, little incremental improvements. I don't know. I just wanted to talk about these two things. We had a little discussion last night. It was kind of fun shooting it around, some ideas. And I figured you guys in the comments could have some fun with this. We can get a good discussion going, though. So, like always, guys, thanks so much for your support. Post your ideas, thoughts, reactions in the comments, please. Remember, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. The support really helps me out. You guys have been doing a kick-ass job lately. I really appreciate that and want to just say thank you. So, like always, guys, I will talk to you soon. Take care.